Well, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. You know, I've got a new project here I want to share with you. This is something I've always wanted to do again. Something I did when I was between the ages of 16 and 18 is I had a car just like this. Well, not just like, I had a same year model, but a little bit different body style. But, you know, I had a couple of early 60s Mustangs when I was a teenager and later right after I finished college. You know, the first one my brother had bought without an engine. He started working on it. I started helping him with it, and you know, I needed my first car to drive to school, and so my brother Harry, he had started this car. It was in pretty bad shape, and I helped him build it, and we worked on a motor together and we got it running. And anyway, it became my first car, so it was a little hot rod, or at least it looked like a hot rod. Then later, after college, I got another car just like it. So the first one was a '66 fastback Mustang, and then again after college, I found a 1965. It was a 225 horse. It had a 4-barrel, 4-speed. Both cars were that way, and I give $1,000 for it. And this was 1981. And I drove that. That was my driver back to work. And eventually I wanted to get my first home, so about 1986-ish, I bought my first home, and so I sold this car to my brother, traded it for, I think, a few $1,000, and well, probably not even that much, but traded it, and he traded me some cash and an old beat up Suzuki motocross bike, and I had enough money that I could work up my down payment and buy my first house. Well, enough history. I've always wanted to get another early 60s Mustang, and so now that I'm retired, I wanted a project car, and you guys, anybody that knows anything about old Mustangs know that they're hard to come by, and if you can find one that's in decent shape, they're terribly expensive. But anyway, I found one here that's not in too bad a shape, and it's going to be my project car. So I anticipate several months of work on this thing, and maybe a series of good videos here, at least from my standpoint. A rookie doing this kind of work on a Mustang like this, but it's got a lot of the same types of issues you see on these cars. So I thought I would at least walk you through the car, the condition it's in now, and what my plans are for it. Okay? So let's go in here and take a look at it. Okay, so the car did not have an engine in it. It did have an automatic transmission. It's a '66 coupe. It had a transmission. It was automatic. It had a 200 horse. It was coded to be a 200 horse 289 2-barrel, but it had a lot of really nice features on it. So as far as, you know, the typical things that you need to do on a car like this, you know, the cowl, you know, the upper cowl looks half decent, but it's completely rotted out underneath right where I'm touching here on the passenger side. So that's typical of these cars. It had, you know, everything else is in pretty good shape. The floor pans are just like every other Mustang you've ever seen. It's pretty well rotted out on this side. My plan is to, you know, just like many other videos you've seen in restorations of Mustangs like this, is, you know, tear out this floor, put in some new Dynacorn floor pans. I've still got to do a little research and some reconnaissance, I guess, on this metal, see how far gone it is and to what extent I'm gonna have to come up and cut. Right now, I think, again, I'm gonna cover this floor pan from, basically, here's the existing seam, from here all the way back to the typical spot, you know, back probably about to right here. Okay, and then there's the holder, the hook for the back seat. The rest of it looks like it's in pretty good shape. I need to do a little research over there and a little digging around, see how bad that is. But my plan is to definitely replace both sides of the floor pans, replace these seat risers. This one looks like it's in pretty bad shape on the driver's side. This side isn't too bad, but I'm gonna go ahead and replace them both. You know, this floor support here is not in too bad a shape. I think it's pretty solid. You know, this support that runs up over the transmission here looks like it's in good shape, but again, I've got to do some digging and cutting that out. So the real question is to what extent, you know, this is up here. I can see right there that's rotted out, so I'm gonna have to at least come up to here and maybe a piece of a toe board extension. I think the firewall is in pretty darn good shape. I don't know though, looks like I've got some holes right there on the driver's side that I think they're probably, I think with just some toe board extension, well, I don't know, I'll have to do some, check the extents of that, see how much of that I'm gonna need to replace. But I think some work has been done in here once before. If you look at these rocker panels on both sides here, they're not in too bad a shape. They actually look pretty good. So I'm thinking I'll replace again this floor pan, the seat riser on both sides, and definitely I'll have to replace the cowl. You know, if you look under there, it's just completely rotted out, and that's why this floor is rotted out. Okay, you can see part of the cowl right there that's rotted. Okay, so some of the things I wanted to show you on the car that I think are pluses is this car came with deluxe interior, you know, meaning it's got the pony style interior. So it's got that going for it. It's got, you know, with that, the deluxe interior had some wood grain instrument cluster and so forth. And then, you know, again, back here, pretty good metal. The roof is in pretty good shape. It's got surface rust. Whoever painted it, you know, didn't turn out real good. But I need to see, I've got a little bit of rust back here. I need to see to what extent and how far it goes by just grinding this down and getting down to some metal and see what kind of condition I have. The trunk, pretty solid actually. So I'm hoping I can blast or clean this up and replace the gas tank, obviously, because it's a joke. There is a little bit rust over here, so I need to see if I can either patch or to what extent I need to replace that. I think there might have been some work done on here on these quarter panels, because I can see kind of a different style coating back here, transition place. And so again, I've got to basically grind and wire wheel a lot of this so I can get and do a little again, reconnaissance or work to see to what extent the body condition's in, but most of it's in pretty good shape. These are in good shape. Again, I don't know that they're the original ones, but we'll see when I uncover that. The other features of this thing is, you know, other than deluxe interior, you know, I've got, well, here are my seats, and the hood I've already taken off. Or the fellow I bought the car from was going to do the restoration, and he had already, you know, taken the fenders off and taken the hood off. But again, I'm just going to show you some of what's here. It's solid. Obviously I'll, you know, reupholster and fix whatever padding I need to do on the seats. I've got some of the parts I've already taken off. Again, I don't think those were the hubcaps that came with the car, but I've got you know, took the bumper off. Those are the rear interior pieces at the back seat area. Again, here's the back seat with new upholstery and whatever vinyl or whatever padding I need to replace. It should be in good shape. You know, it did come with air conditioning. At least I think this is the air conditioner that came with the car, but you know, some of you guys might be able to help me out with this. You know, it's a deluxe interior for sure based on the code of the car, but you see the wood grain glove box and instrument cluster, and then obviously the pony interior inside. But this air conditioner, what I'm trying to determine, would the air conditioner have had wood grain or not? That I don't know. You know, leave a comment, let me know what you think on that subject. I haven't done enough digging and research to know. But basically I've got the compressor, I've got you know, the condenser, and I've got the, you know, this underdash unit here, compressors down over here. Let me turn the light on, shed some light on the subject, huh? So yeah, so I've got the compressor, you know, kind of stored over here. There's the power steering pump. You know, basically I've taken this previous bolt bin that we've got here and just kind of commandeered it and cleaned it up and tried to make it a place where I could store all my parts as I take this thing apart. Anyway, I want to introduce you to the car. I haven't named it yet. You know, my motorcycles are the Black Pearl and the Bumblebee. So guys, this is an introduction to a project that I'm really interested in, restoring this car. If this is some content you think you might be interested in, please let me know down in the comments. This is a layman or a rookie's journey on car restoration. So, you know, hope you enjoy it. Hope you come along for the ride. Please subscribe and share with your friends. We'd really appreciate your support. Next time me and Roxy get out on the road or into the garage for some therapy, I hope y'all come go with us.